Good morning, YouTube viewers and subscribers. So on my table here is the Ross 60 twin, Northfield Ross 60 twin that I was trying to sell, and there hasn't really been a whole lot of interest in this, and the little bit of interest there was, the people obviously had no idea the value of this engine. But I did have a comment on that video about somebody wanted to see a little bit of the inside of this engine. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take this carb mounting system off so that you can see the connecting rods. I'm not going to take anything else off. I've already removed the glow plug so I don't have to contend with compression. And I just want to show, this is pretty cool looking inside here. The rear cover, if I were to remove that, all you're going to see is a bearing. There's really nothing to see there. So this is a reed valve. Here's the reed. So I'm just going to set that there. And here, zoom in just a little bit more. Here is our connecting rods. Now the thing that was a little bit odd to me, you see how nice and shiny it is in there. The thing that was a little bit odd to me was, oops, wrong way. When I was thinking about disassembling this engine, I was looking to try to figure out how in the heck do you actually get to these connecting rod screws, and unless you've got a ground small 90-degree tool, which I don't know if anybody has one of those, I don't know how in the hell you would get that off. So I started looking, and I had already taken the heads off, and I took the rear cover off, and of course, like I said, all there is just a bearing, a very big bearing. But there's this hole right here in the crankcase. There's not one on the other side at all. So if you were to pull this sleeve out, I believe that that's going to line up with the piston pin. So I don't know if that's one of these deals where, kind of like the OS Surpass engines, where you have to pull the piston pin out from inside there to get that piston off. And then you're like, okay, great, I got one piston off. Maybe that allows me to take the crank shaft bottoms off of this piston or the connecting rod off, but since there's not a way to get at these from this side, I guess then what you would do is if you pull that piston out, then you can get in there. Okay, so you can do that, but this extraction of wrist pins from engines is always a bitch, so that's why I was like, I'm not even gonna try that at all. But anyway, I thought I'd at least make this video and show the internals of this thing. And it is still available. If anybody's got real interest and has realistic expectations of what they would pay for this, please contact me.